Howdy, just wanted to give a couple updates to keep the vlog going. First off, I've released 3 music videos in the past couple months. The first one being for Windows, which is the multiverse one. And then I randomly had time to film and then edit and release a music video for the song The Fairest, which was just kind of a random one. I really enjoyed making that. It just kind of fell together really well. And then once I had done the Windows video, it kind of sparked an idea for a second video that was a sequel to it, which was
Checkmate.
And I just released that one. It took me about a month to edit because my computer is very slow, and it was very involved, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. And as I was doing that one, I also got an idea for a third video, which ends up being a trilogy for the song Whispers. And I haven't started filming it yet, but Felicia and I came up with some really cool ideas. Like, I was bouncing ideas off her, 2 nights ago, I guess it was, for the video, and then she came up with kind of a cool idea of turning that into sort of a comic book style music video, and it started coming together. And then actually today in my car, I literally on receipts I storyboarded out a couple of the ideas almost to the end of it, so it's almost ready to be filmed. And our buddy Keenan's gonna be in it, Felicia's gonna be in it, I'm gonna be in it, and it'll be fun. It's gonna be a good one. But the crazy part about it is, as I'm always learning different things, I have figured out, or I've stumbled upon something called ACES, which is basically a standard that movies are color corrected in. It's a color space called the ACES color space, and it is just crazy. It's like anything you see on Netflix, and now Universal and I believe Sony. I know Universal, but I believe Sony as well are all using them for their color space. So it's like that dark feel, a lot of contrast. It's so neat. But I'm going to put at the end of this like a little showing of what it looks like. It's crazy. So I film these videos here, the vlogs. I actually just filmed like just regular HD video. But for filming anything else, I use something called S-Log, which is Sony, the camera I'm using. It's their log footage, which it compresses everything. I've mentioned this before, and it gives you so much more availability to pull out colors from it, from top and bottom, basically. And so I use that. And then what I do is I put that in what I use DaVinci Resolve, and then through DaVinci Resolve I have figured out how to turn the color space into ACES, which is the Academy's standard idea for it, for color spacing. Cool, thanks air conditioning. It's blowing my mind. I literally figured out how to start working with it like 3 days ago, and I've already done some great stuff. So I've already filmed the live idea of the music video for Whispers, which was filmed in this room again, like I do every other sort of live thing. But the color spacing is just so neat looking, and it's just crazy where you can take basically the idea of something that looks like it's just all gray, because that's what the S-Log footage looks like, and then you just pull the colors out of it, and it's just crazy. And the funny thing is, for me, is that I really don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I kind of do. I watch a ton of YouTube videos and tutorials and stuff, but I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. But that's kind of the point of what I'm going for here. Is like, if you pay any attention and you are passionate about something, you can do it yourself. So that's why I'm going to show you what I've figured out via YouTube videos, tutorials, my own thought processes, and how it's just turned the colors into a film. It's so cool. So that's what I'm going to put at the very end of this little vlog thing, just to show you what it's like. I'll try to do a screen capture of my computer, and then I'll put like a voice overlay on it so you can hear what I'm saying. But it's just so neat, and it's going to change the entire game of my videos going forward. I'm pretty sure I'll leave this vlog stuff as what it is, because before I even knew about most of the color correction and color grading that I know now, I came up with a really neat little overlay that I put on this thing that you see now. That I really like a lot. It's a cool brightness to it, and so I don't think I'm gonna mess with the vlogs, because I do like the standard I've created for it. But in terms of any other sort of filming thing, I think for at least for now, I'm definitely gonna stick with that the moody Aces look to it. And again, it's like I watch all these things that are like, these professional people doing all this different tweaks and things with the color spacing, and I didn't go to school for it. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but the fact that you can just figure it out, use your brain, and then come up with whatever you want to do is just such an awesome and exciting idea to play with. And once you get it to where you want it, which is possible, anything else is possible too. So anyway, again, my whole thing is I love making music. I clearly love making videos now, and just expanding all the horizons with that. And I just want everyone else to be able to see that if I can do it, anyone can do it. And if I get the look I'm looking for just based on watching YouTube videos and adding it to my knowledge base, then I mean, why not? Just give it a shot. So anyway, that's the end of this one. But stay tuned for my exciting sneak preview of just what it looks like to make a color space change so dramatically within what's called nodes, like 3 to 4 nodes of a DaVinci Resolve, which, by the way, as I've mentioned before, DaVinci Resolve is a free program. So all you gotta do is, if you get a camera, or really, I mean, you can get any video, but I mean, obviously you want a quality video, then you can use it and create whatever you want, which I will do with this. So anyway, just a little quick thing. I use S-Log footage. I use S-Log 2 actually, which is the way Sony captures one of their different styles of capturing video. You can do S-Log 2, you can do S-Log 3 is another one that you could use. If you hear of C-Log, I believe that's Canon's version of log footage. Or you can just use what I'm using now, which is just a regular HD, you're just capturing regular film, or, it's all digital. But, yeah, that's about it, I guess. But, have a great day.
Well, video, part of it, obviously. It's a clip. It is an S-Log 2 from Sony. And this is what it looks like. It looks very washed out. It looks very gray. It's, it has nothing really going on. There's obviously the colors are in there, but they're all condensed, compressed. And so what I do is I take that clip, and I put it into DaVinci Resolve here. So as it's in there, I then change the settings of DaVinci Resolve to get it to where the color management is Aces CC, and the highest I have is Aces 1.1. So this is a very old version of DaVinci Resolve. It's DaVinci Resolve, I believe, 15. I think it's at like 18 now or something like that. And Aces, I think, has evolved to 1.3 at least by now, if not 2.0 or even higher. But anyway, so I have the color science that way with Aces version, the highest I can get. And then I also put the Aces input device, which is what I have, it transforms it from my Sony S-Log 2 into that. And then the output is Rec 709, and from what I've gathered on my searches, Rec 709 is like the kind of the screens you're mixing it down to. So what you'll see from it, the output, obviously. So I've already saved that. So what it does is it takes that gray look, and it just blasts it out to what this now looks like, which is this just regular whatever. And then I put over the top of it, I actually put a LUT. So a download, so it's a lookup table. So what I did is I actually put Thriller on here. So Thriller is a look for a thriller movie, like from like Netflix or something. You could also do like Teal's a different one. You can put that on there. It's also obviously it's all blown out. I mean, there's tons of different ones you can do. I mean, look at this one, all that stuff. But Thriller seemed to be the best one for the option that I was using. And then see, it has the colors are there now, but they're still not even remotely close to done. So what I do then is use the different color wheels and the qualifier and the curves to fix the colors and stuff with it. But then if you can see, my skin tone is super like red, right? So what I then did was added a second node to it. So nodes are, goes in order, and this next node I used to fix the skin tones, right? There you go. Look at that. It's insane. So it uses the qualifier tool to then you choose what you want to mess with, and like the hue, saturation, luminance, the highlights, the midtones, all of that different stuff, and you fix the skin tones with that. And if you see here, that highlight, the parts you see now are the parts that are being affected by this node specifically, and by whatever you do with the footage in this, like the primary wheels, it's the log. So I'll just go extreme real quick. Check it out. See how it changes my face a ton, and all my skin, it just looks dumb now, but you obviously put that however you want it. And then I felt like it was I needed a little more contrast to it. So I added a third node to then just kind of re-add a little bit of darkness to it, kind of almost like a vignette, but not quite. You can see it there. Adds that little extra bit of darkness there. But I mean, if you can see, like I can just jump around here. It just changes it so much and adds such a great feel to it. And again, like if I take this one off, look how red that gets, because that's what the original Aces plus the LUT wanted to make it look like, and then I just fixed that skin tone so I don't look like I'm an Oompa Loompa or like a sunburnt Oompa Loompa, and it fixed the skin tones to where it's now where it needs to be, but it doesn't mess with any of the other colors in the space. And then obviously this last one is just a little bit more contrast to it to then make it pop out a bit more. So if you just see that, let's get rid of the timeline here. No, it's not the right. Dang it. Oh, there we go. Right there. You can see it a little better that way. Isn't that crazy? So that is what the idea of it is. And again, I don't know a darn thing about it, just what I've learned on the internets. And it's just, you can add some curves, mess with the different ranges of what the colors do. And I mean, I just do another like gain, so just push the heck out of that. See, it just changes it so much, right? So it blows out the gain, so it makes it super bright. But that's just like the idea of it, right? So isn't that neat? So that is where I'm headed to with the Aces idea. I'm sure I'm not completely done with it yet, but it gives me that fun feel to it that is such a look. Anyhow, just wanted to share it with you. That's the rest of the vlog, and I also just figured out how to screen record. So my first ever screen recording. Enjoy. Have a great day, guys. Bye.